And she went through this problem about the store. They don't have any money. They're hardly able to eat and whatnot. And I said, how long has he been doing this? And I was going to say, if a year and a half, that's just part of it. But he'd been at it for 13 years. If he hasn't made a decent profit in a retail store in 13 years, he's selling the wrong things or is in the wrong area, or maybe he just doesn't have a clue about that business. Did he study it before going into it? Did he just go on it at a whim and decide, no, it's going to work, it's my dream? I know of another guy, his dream, he loves fly fishing. So he loves tying flies. And he's in his basement tying flies. His wife is out working to bring home food for the family. She takes care of their daughter. She takes care of all the family finances. He's in the basement tying flies, but he doesn't sell them. You gotta, if you're gonna do business, you gotta get good at selling it, marketing. You gotta get good at promoting yourself. You gotta be out there. Why tie flies and give them away? You know what I mean? And you don't stick with something that's just not working. Be logical about it. Find what is working and do more of it. What's not working, eliminate it. For speakers, we were talking about here at PSAI, whatever you're doing, constantly evaluate. And what's working, do more of it. What's not working, do less of it. Find out what's current. If something was really good and that's not so good, it's probably because it's fallen out of fashion. Or maybe you've gotten lazy about it. You got to go back and fix things. So observe your life, observe your potential markets, and find an affinity, find a joint connection where you and the markets mesh, and it's amazing what you can create. If you're looking at just building your career, do everything you do with pride and excellence. Have your career stand out in some way. Example I use, if you look at a 2-carat flawless diamond that's absolutely clear, no occlusions in it, it's ideal cut. A jeweler can't tell the difference between two of them if they're the same size. They're all perfect cut, they're flawless stones. They're worth over $100,000 US each. You can't tell the difference. How could you improve on perfection? Tiffany did, because they put it in a little Tiffany blue box. They put it in a Tiffany blue bag, and in the band that the diamond is attached to, it says Tiffany and Company. They get an extra $5,000 to $10,000 just for that little Tiffany and Company logo. They created a brand that is worth more. And you can do the same thing with you in your life at work. You say, well, I want to go in my own business. Great, but first be good at work. If you can't be good at work, you're probably not going to be good in your own business. You don't have the discipline for it. You don't have the mentality for it. Get good. Be good. Be doing something you're proud of.
Great. Well said. This brings us to the next logical question about what is your vision and mission of life?
My vision is to be the best husband, father, speaker, writer, friend that I can be.
Great.
It's about as simple as I can get, and it's the focus that I want and in the order that I want. And do it all, the key is doing it all for the greater glory of God.
Wonderful. And my next question is about the victories that you had in your life. Mm-hmm. What were the victories? I would like you to go back to your life and recollect 3 moments in your life where you felt really that you have done it, you have achieved, you have arrived, and what were you feeling at that time, and how did you reach that place?
Well, probably the first amazing victory was, and forgive me, we may have very different faiths, but accepting Christ into my heart when I was age 16. Mm-hmm. That transformed me. All of a sudden, I had this inner peace and joy that I never felt before. Mm-hmm. That's where then God enters us in the form of the Spirit, and we live for the Spirit, and we're on fire, and all we want to do is learn more, because you want more and more and more of that. That's a faith. Family was marrying my bride. Meeting her was instant heartbeat. And I call her my bride. We've only been married for 19 years, so still on honeymoon. And I felt so great, and yet I still had not evolved enough as a man to understand the needs of my bride. And so there were some conflicts, and we did some counseling to go through that. She didn't need it. I thought she was the one who needed it, but it turns out I was the one who needed it. I needed to be more responsive to her. I'd been alone on my own too long. And I kept thinking my way was the right way, and that's what I was thinking, and what I was showing was my way or the highway. I mean, it was not, I was more dictatorial about things, and I needed to learn that my obligation is to serve her, and her obligation is to submit to me. So I have to serve her like I would die for her every day. Okay, so it's not a one-off thing. And then she submits to me when I am doing things that are right for her. And it's a symbiotic relationship. So working through that, and man, we have this wonderful relationship. Every year we get closer. I study her. You, ladies, forgive me a minute. Men, if you want a good relationship, study the woman in your life. I mean it. Study her.
Wonderful.
I look at her and I see that, her hair is a little longer, and it's curly, but it's a softer curl. And lately she's had these little highlights in it. Women like to do that to their hair, and I notice that. And the more I study her, the more I love her. And I keep falling in love with her all the time. She's an amazing person. She saw kids in a dump site. She started an orphanage. She sees kids wandering the streets, and she starts a shelter for them. She sees street moms that don't have any employment, and she starts micro businesses. And she's an amazing, godly, wonderful woman. How could I not love her? And so we keep building that relationship. So that was another major victory, and I thank you, Lord, for my bride. She's amazing. In terms of speaking success, though, I've had many awards, but one I wanted to get in my 7th year in speaking was the CSP, Certified Speaking Professional Award. And I had everything I needed at that point. And I had an intern working with me. I gave her my box and said, start calling my clients 5 years ago. You have to prove your worth over a 5-year period, and you have to have so many clients. So she started calling in the 5th year people, and after going through the whole year, not one was still employed at the company I'd been working with. Not one. So I wasn't able to get it back then. And I kind of gave up on it. And I wanted it my whole life, but as you get better, you don't have so many clients in a year. As you improve in our business of speaking, you don't have as many clients because you have more repeat business from the same clients over and over and over again. I eventually worked my way up to 90% repeat business. But I was able to get the CSP once I moved to Singapore, and it was amazing. I finally felt like, okay, that my industry said that I arrived. And so I appreciated the award, not because it made me a big deal. Nobody knows what CSP is, really, they don't. But to me, within my community, my peers, my colleagues, when I'd seen some of them excel and get the CSP, then I got it. What I loved about it is it changed me. I wanted to be even more worthy of the CSP, and so I had a dramatic leap and boost up in what I was doing. I wanted to be the best CSP I could possibly be, and that was a milestone in my industry. Financial things, it's not my priority. I felt a great deal of pride when my bride and I bought a 13,000 square foot commercial building, and paid cash. But it hasn't been that great of an investment. But so I'm not a wise person there. You want to know about how making money. You've got, I'm sure, a lot of friends, and maybe yourself too, that are really good at that. I'm better with helping people become more productive. I'm better with making organizations more productive. I can help them improve 100% in just 1 year if they follow the principles that we put forth. I'm better with that. I'm better with connecting with people. I'm better with helping people in their lives, their relationships, and so forth.
Okay, that's great. So final question is, do you have a message for the people who are watching this interview and reading the article as a part of the book?
First of all, just be your best self. Be your real self. Don't try to be somebody else you're not. Don't try to be like those that you see that look good, but they're whitewashed tombs. They've got nothing on the inside. Be the best person that you can be in everything you do. Don't complain to your boss about your work. If you're working for somebody else, be your best there. Be so good the boss feels humble to have you as an employee. If your boss treats you like pond scum, as long as you're underemployed, keep working and doing your best. Eventually, you can either win them over or there's going to be other organizations that want to snap you up. Just keep being your best. Keep learning. Don't stop learning. When we stop learning, we begin to die. You want to keep growing. I'm 65 years old at this point, and what I believe in is my 12-year plan to take me to 77. And I never want to retire. Why would I want to retire? I see people retiring after 6 months of retirement. They want to go back and do something else. There's too much life in us yet that you want to go out and do something. Maybe it's not the same job you had. You want to do something else. I may choose and when I'm 77 to do something completely different. But always keep working to be better, to be smarter, to be stronger, to gain wisdom. Never be too proud to ask other people for advice and help. We need it. I've got my Paul now. I got my Barnaby now. I got my Timothys now that I'm working with. And it's keep growing. Keep growing. You want an abundant life? Keep growing. You will be the abundance in your life.
Thank you very much, Michael.
Sure.
Finally, as a token of appreciation for spending the time with us, investing time for watching this interview, we have a custom at Mission Abundance Show that we request our guests to give some complimentary gift to the audience. So, do you have anything that you want to share with them?
Oh, very good. I'll be glad to include a PDF of one article that I've written, and I'm not sure exactly which one. We will discuss it, but I'm happy to include a PDF of an article, and it might be about finance, might be about the 5 F's. I've authored over 3,500 articles. I was a newspaper columnist and whatnot, so I'll come up with something that'll fit exactly what you're looking for.
Thank you very much, Michael.
Sure.
And thanks for spending the valuable time with us.
Thank you for interviewing me, and I'm looking forward to finding out how many of you actually get a chance to watch this. But more importantly, I'd love to hear success stories. Share them, and I'll find out about them.
Yes.
Success stories mean a lot. Means, okay, I'm on the right track. If I don't hear any successes, then I think maybe I'm not doing the right thing. I need to change.
Okay, thank you very much.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
And bye now. Make it a fantastic day, week, month, year, life.
And see you in the next episode with another amazing personality in Mission Abundance Show. Thank you very much.